Yes, they don't wrap up the story, right? This is the last episode, 33. It actually ends with here's our cast for the show. We're a time traveling show. Wait, what? Yeah, I know. It is like watching 2 seasons of an elevator pitch. What the censored word is that? Seriously. I mean, come on. What were you thinking? It would have been fine if they had started the show at season 2 episode, which would be 31 from your guys' perspective. It's the third from last. It would have been fine if they'd started at that point and they just moved on, and it was a time traveling show, and the time travelers were aliens, and for some reason they recruit this doctor lady. The show would have worked great. It would have been fine. It would have been fun. It would have been enjoyable. It would have been clever. My goodness, it would have been good. They did not even try. Like, man, this is just... I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so terrible. Seriously, like, have you ever had someone give you an elevator pitch for an idea, and it's a really good idea, and then they finally get the show made, and their idea to make the show work is to spend 2 seasons setting up the freaking premise for how the show works, and we still haven't even actually seen the actual mechanics of the show after 2 seasons. I'm blown away. I'm just blown away. I have no idea. I have no idea how this got to publishing at all. Man, if they had just started at season episode 31, even, yes, it'd be fine. 32, it'd be fine. Not good, not bad, right? It would have worked, but they didn't. Oh no. They just plowed right on ahead and assumed. I have no idea what they assumed. Anyway, I'm beyond, like, blown away. Like, this was just a disaster on so many levels. I don't even have a word to describe it. Again, episode itself is 4 out of 5. It's highly watchable. And around this time period, time travel episodes were kind of getting popular. You know, man, if they just started with that, they would have been fine. Seriously, I'm wondering now, is this the original time traveling episode show? Because if it is, man, this created so many time traveling TV shows, it's not even funny. And it could be the first one. My God, what were they thinking? Seriously, an entire season, 24 episodes of production that has zero bearing on the actual story that the audience is going to watch in 2 years. Okay? What the... I don't even know what to say. Wow. Just wow. I mean, I liked it as a kid. I enjoyed it as a kid. I think I know why. You know. But, man, just... this whole thing is backwards. They should have started with the time travel. They should have gone time traveling. And then as they time traveled, the reporter finds out about their past. And they have episodes where they wait for it, time travel into their past and learn about the Battlestar Galactica's past. And then, hey, you know what would have happened? They would have had actual money to do the special effects instead of doing it backwards. When they had no money, they were trying to do all the space sci-fi special effects. What a disaster. Anyway, I'm just beyond flabbergasted how the show worked this way. I have no idea who's making the decisions. They were terrible decisions. And if they'd just done it backwards, this would have been a great movie, show, anything. And it's potentially the very thing that created all of the freaking time travel shows. And you only get time travel at the end of season 2. And then they're like, hey, guess what? We're going to go back in time. Next episode will be the Civil War. We're going back to 1776. Oh my goodness, time to go to the American Revolution. Not Civil War, sorry. I don't really pay attention to what the number was. I'm just I'm just like, seriously, they're literally ending this episode with a, if you guys tune in next season, we'll be doing this episode, and they go back in time and fight, and you're just like, what? Serious? Why watch all this stuff about aliens and wars and killer robots and stuff, only to end up at this point, and then all of a sudden they're just like, oh yeah, none of that mattered. We're just a time travel episode. Huh? Anyway, I just ranted about it way too long. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. You have a good one. It is not a bad episode. It's just a terrible show. A terrible show. I loved it as a kid. I still like it. It's not bad. It's just, I don't know what else to say. I just described it. It's terrible. Man, you start with the time travel. You don't need a budget. You just have the people wear costumes, and you do something like, wait for it, World War II. And it would not have been that expensive. It would have not been that difficult. Anyway. And then they would have had very limited, very basic special effects, because you don't need that much. They're just space people. And, it would have worked great. And then the reporter would have learned about all their adventures and their wacky stuff and tagged along. And, it could have worked. It did not. Man, they could have had time to build up the Cylons properly. I'm so angry. Anyway, I am super angry. So I'm going to stop here. You guys have a good one.